We aim to leave you each day with a story that is fun or uplifting. And tonight, we want to talk about giving people an added chance. Jeff Musson joins me now. Jeff is the Executive Director of Coding for Veterans. It's an incredible initiative. Jeff, thank you so much for giving me your time today.
I appreciate chatting with you tonight.
Absolutely. So let's kind of talk about this. We know with regards to our veterans, it's so critical and important to say giving them that next step, the what's next after, of course, the incredible service that they've given to our country. But talk to us about the history of coding, how the program started, and we know this is with the affiliated with the University of Ottawa.
Yeah, so in the tech sector, there is a large deficit of jobs. Approximately 147,000 IT jobs are going unfilled in the next 12 to 18 months. And the Coding for Veterans program is a program that's delivered 100% online through the University of Ottawa, and it trains military veterans upon their release to get jobs in either software development or cybersecurity. And there's over an 80% placement rate of graduates coming out of the program. And it launched initially in 2019, and we're proud to say we've enrolled our 500th student this fall.
Yeah, just a few years later, which is incredible. What does that mean to you, knowing that there was this idea that started in the hopes of, again, of giving them sort of that the second career option, and now it's just boomed with that 500 student enrollment now?
Yeah, so what's really great is we like to say you go from serving on the battlefield to now serving in cyberspace.
Right.
And when you look at the best employees in the tech sector, you know, the things like attention to detail, leadership, teamwork, all those soft skills, they're inherent of the men and women that are in our military. And what better way to honor their service than provide them a great job upon releasing from the military.
What has the response, I know you've got your 500 students, but the response been like from those that are in the program, from the graduates? It's giving them another sense of hope.
Oh, absolutely. And it's interesting because it's also helping Canada to fill these jobs that are desperately needed in the IT space and cybersecurity. And so, you know, the program is micro-credentialed. It has industry certifications, and it can be completed in as little as 6 to 8 months. So literally in under a year, someone can go from releasing in the military to then working in a tech sector job.
What about the support it provides them on their mental health? Because there is a lot of stress for the, you know, trying to answer the question of what's next. And then, of course, that stress then spills over into the family, into their lifestyle, et cetera. Perhaps this is one thing that's giving them a little sense of comfort.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're providing a career pathway. The average age of someone in our program is 39 years old. So they still have a long civilian career ahead of them. And in the tech sector, I can tell you the jobs are continuing to grow. And despite, you know, downturns in the economy, it's actually, you know, the demand for talent is continuing to increase.
Are there companies that are now connected that are reaching out and hiring these individuals?
Absolutely. So we have Canada's big banks that are hiring our graduates. Okay. We have defense contractors. We have large corporations like IBM and Amazon and the federal government. And in addition to, we've also had students in our program decide to become entrepreneurs and take the knowledge that they've learned and set up their own IT businesses, which I think is really phenomenal. Yeah,
it certainly is, especially when we know sort of trying to do business for self is something that is much, for many, could be much more sustainable depending on what they're having to deal with. There is an appreciation night that is going to be taking place next week on the 13th, Wednesday, September the 13th, Canadian Armed Forces Appreciation Night. Talk to me about that. I can only imagine the wide smiles on people's faces as they celebrate.
Absolutely. So Coding for Veterans, we formed a partnership with Athletico Ottawa, which is the professional soccer team in our nation's capital. And on September 13th, we're hosting Canadian Armed Forces Appreciation Night. It starts at 5:30, and it's just a way for us to really honor the service and sacrifice that those men and women in our military have given to our country.
It's pretty amazing. I think it's going to be a pretty jam-packed night. For anyone that's listening right now, Jeff, that is a veteran that hasn't heard about the program, perhaps might be interested, how can they get information? How can they get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. Very simply, just go to our website, codingforveterans.com, and there's an apply form, and we will send you the information on the program. In addition to, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media feeds as well.
Well, it's great that you're doing this. Congratulations on 5 years, and we can see this going very far. Congratulations as well on the 500th student. That's pretty amazing, and it's great that you're providing these veterans with that second chance in their career. Jeff Munson, the Executive Director of Coding for Veterans, really appreciate this. You have yourself a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Take care.